That was better.
Good.
That's fun, man.
Yes.
We should do that more often.
Indeed.
We should spend more time together.
I know.
I am Brett,
I'm Ed.
and we are with moreguitars.com, and we are here to talk about two cool little-ish amps. They look little, but they sound huge, and they are fun to play. It's because they got so many sounds in it. It is the Mark V 25, and Ed is playing the Mark V 35. We're going to talk about the differences between the two. So in case you are in the process of trying to make a decision to grab one of these little jewels, you'll know what the differences are, because there's not, I mean, it's hard to go from a web page to another web page and compare, you know, and all that. I think it's better if you hear it from a horse's mouth, not the horse's mouth, and or a horse's ass. That's me. So, but you know, we're going to tell you about the differences, kind of do a brief overview of what the amps are about, and I'm going to let Ed do that part, because Ed's been playing Mesa Boogies forever, and in, you know, many, many moons ago, he sold a boatload of these and still does it today, and he knows all about them. The reason he can sell them isn't because he pushes them on people, it's because he knows about them, and he informs people, and just makes, you know, makes people aware of how amazing these Mesa Boogie amps are. So
Thank you.
You're very good at that.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Not a shabby player either.
I try. You know, the Mesa Boogie is just one of those amplifier manufacturers that the more you dig into it, you realize how important they are to us guitar players. Things that Randy Smith has invented and that we take for granted, like you know, channel switching via foot switch, cascading gain. I mean, there's a list of patents a mile long, and the Mark series amplifiers are really you know, some of the most innovative amplifier designs out there. And the Mark V 25 and the Mark V 35 are versions of the now Mark V amplifier. Okay, the latest iteration of the Mark series amplifiers. They're the flagship of Mesa Boogie amplifiers. And the Mark V 25 is a micro amplifier. It's small, right? It run at 5 watts. You know, you can run it at 25 watts.
10 and 25.
10 and 25 watts, right?
Yes.
So, thank you. And 2 channels, and you have 3 variable preamp voicings per channel. So, really, you have 6 modes of tone that you can get from this little amplifier.
And they're legit. It's not like, you know, you take 100% of your effort and it's got to get split up between those 6.
Yeah.
It's 100% of all of them,
Yeah.
each one, and it sounds amazing. So you're really getting 6 or more amps in one. So whenever you see a price tag on a Mesa Boogie that's $1,500, $1,800, you're not getting a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
I mean, a Mark amp, you know, a regular Mark V is like 9 amps in one. I mean, 9 legit badass amps in one that you can do any gig with, and these are just drawn down versions, more affordable, smaller, but it's still got all the good features.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just
That's
get,
all
I get
right.
excited. Get excited.
And I love watching the videos, because the guys at Mesa, you know, Tien and everyone else that produce the Mesa Boogie videos for Mesa Boogie on their YouTube channel, no one can do it better than they can. I mean, these are the builders and the designers and players. But as an end user myself, I just love playing them and discovering all the things that you can do with these amplifiers. And when I compare, for example, we're comparing a 525 and a 535, and it's more than just, you know, 10 watts of power on the high end. The 535 amplifier, which is the combo that I'm playing through, has some features that are definitely more I guess at home on stage, you know, particularly the solo boost features that are assignable to each channel via the foot switch. This is something that on the amplifier I'm using right now, the Stiletto Ace 50-watt 212 combo, and on just about every other Mesa Boogie amplifier, the solo boost switch, I don't know, I keep on thinking I'm going to wear the thing out, you know, because I just use it constantly. You know, it is a volume boost that does not alter the tone of your guitar. When it's your time to shine, you just get more volume. and that's what the solo buttons do. And on the Mark 535, you have a solo for each channel. So right now, for example, I'll show off the solo
Dude,
switching.
I want
right?
you to. What's
Right.
going to happen is somebody's going to say in the comments, too much talking.
Yeah,
So let's
so
play.
here we go. So this channel 1, and I'm on the fat variable preamp voicing setting. Now I'm going to engage the 5-band EQ via foot switch. So noticeable tone difference right there, but here's the solo.
So, I mean, it's legit, man. I mean, it does not screw the sound up.
Yeah,
It doesn't just
yeah.
boost everything and make it obnoxious. It's legit. I mean, and that's what's, I mean, like I've been to your gigs and hear it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I know. I mean, I'm like, that's not you know, an effects pedal, you know, a boost pedal. This is the Mesa boost.
Yeah,
you know?
it's
I mean,
tone.
It's silly. It's very silly. So the other thing about these amps, I almost said guitars, about these amps that is different, and really the only other thing that's different, you know, obviously than the wattage, the thing that's different is in the cab clone, you have, you know, this thing has the cab clone, like the standalone unit built into it, which is an amazing feature. But the added feature on this amp, the 535, is that it's got a vintage setting for the cab simulator. Am I right?
Yeah, that's correct.
So on this one, you've got closed and open back, which is plenty of options. I mean, that's you know, that's one spectrum to the other. But then you have the vintage, which is, I mean, it's just another taste. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
dudes use that all the time.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's another great innovation by Randy Smith. The cab clone is basically a direct output that simulates the load a speaker places on the amplifier. So the dynamics of the amplifier, insofar as how it works with the speaker and how the load that the speaker places upon it is simulated or cloned in the cab clone. And this is a fantastic feature that can be used in live applications, so you have one less live mic on, or you know, if you're recording and you have a digital audio workstation, you know, a lot of guys will blend the two signals with
Yeah.
the microphone and the cab clone. I mean, there's just so much going on that it allows you to utilize this, and this is something you could use as least amount of features or maximize all of them depending on what it calls for.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, is like this can be very daunting. You know, a guy that's been playing a super reverb forever, or a one channel, you know, a Vox or something that's just kind of laid out and boom, that's what you have. And those are great amps. They sound amazing. But you look at this can be daunting. Well, once you understand it, it becomes this very simple, each thing is very simple. You just switch between them. And I mean, it's just, it's utterly amazing. Utterly amazing. I've always wanted to use utterly and not talk about utters. But so I think we need to play a little bit. Let's run through some of the tones
Sure.
of this thing, and
Yeah.
then, you know, we can kind of like maybe I can play a little something on one channel. You can play it on the same channel on yours.
Okay.
We got two different guitars, so it's not going to be real ideal, but
All right.
I think it'll be good. So I'm gonna do neck or bridge position on the fat channel, channel 1 in the fat setting. Nice chunky little thing. Can you do something on there?
Sure, I'll go with my classic Strat position 4. All right, these two pickups, same setting as you're in.
So this is kind of an unintended thing we just
Yeah.
did, is like, you know, these amps sound a lot alike. Like I could plug this in, take mine out, plug it into there, and it's going to sound a lot alike. It's going to have a little more body maybe because of the wattage. I don't know, but you can see that you could take one amp with a bunch of different sounds and two guitars, this and that. And you could play anything from Stevie Ray Vaughan, Riviera Paradise to, you know, Iron Maiden in one night, you know, and AC/DC and Bad Company. You could play the whole gig with two guitars, no pedal board, almost. I mean, you may want some delays and stuff, but you could do a whole gig with this thing. And I'm glad we did that. That was unintended, but it was cool. Let's go. I want to hear, don't make me look bad here, Ed, but I'm going to go into I'm going to do the channel 2 in the Mark IIC Plus setting now, and I'm gonna have to figure it out.
Yeah.
What happened there? This is the Mark IV setting, so. That's fun. These things sound so good, man. It's ridiculous. That's the Xtreme setting, if you couldn't. Even when you play those open chords, you know, strumming, you know, normally like the AC/DC chords, you know. Sounds great, man. I mean, you know, even with my bad pressure. So to go through those tones on that amp.
Okay. Here.
Maybe put it on your hot rail.
All right. It's a little demonstration of the solo. You can really pop out there, or you can be a little more subtle, which is how I usually have it. All right, so
that's the 2C Plus.
That's the 2C Plus. We'll go to the Mark IV now. All right, and the Xtreme.
I won't be playing anymore. No. I don't know that, and this is just my observation, I don't know that it was kind of meant, like, I don't know how because of the volume difference of those two, from the 2C Plus and the 4 to the Xtreme, not sure that they were meant to be, you know, balanced and switched between the two. I think if you're going to play Xtreme, you're going to be dropping D and
yeah, that's one of the things that the variable preamp voicing is not a dynamic or switchable feature. While you set it and you forget it, and that's basically
Most of them you can't. You can go between the top, clean. I mean, but you don't. I mean, there's no switch for it on the pedal, but you can do it and make a little adjustment and play whatever you want. But yeah, I mean, there's a noticeable difference, and it's because of the structure, to make it where you can play drop D and stuff like that. I think and you can watch videos of people playing this thing through 2 412 cabinets, and it will do it. It will totally do it, and it sounds ridiculous, So I mean, you know, the main goal here was to kind of give everybody an overview of the amps a little bit. We don't need to regurgitate specs and all the different things that it can do. We kind of wanted this to be a video for you to hear a few tones, but you know, obviously there's some differences. If you need that boost and you want the Mesa boost rather than buying a pedal, you need to go with the 35. You know, if you don't need all that and you kind of got your pedal board and you're set up, they both got effects loops in them. So you can run all your delays and everything through both of them. If the vintage cab clone thing isn't necessarily a desire of yours, the 25 is plenty of wattage to play a gig. Am I right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, don't let anybody say that you got to have a 35 or a 50, 100 watt amp to do a gig. This will do stadiums if you want it to. You know what I mean? You're going to put a mic on it anyway. So the idea is, you know, get what you need. Don't overbuy. Don't underbuy. You know, learn, you know what you're getting yourself into. That's what we're here for. You know, like I don't know if I said it in this video, but Ed's been doing this Mesa thing, selling Mesa Boogie amps for a long, long time.
Yeah.
And he's sold a boatload of them. And Randy Smith and the Mesa people even recognized him for it. And it's not because he pushes it on people. It's because he knows what he's talking about. He informs people. And that's what we want to do here. So you can come to us. We're the good guys. But you can call me. You can call Ed. You can call Rob. And get the lowdown. You know, maybe get a good deal. You know, so.
Definitely get a good deal.
Ed, man, thanks.
Thank you.
I told you not to make me look bad, but once again you did. Thanks. moreguitars.com. Hope to see you soon. Hope to talk to you soon. Chat with us.
Yeah, thanks.